When last we left our sorcerers, it seemed the chaos of the past few days had finally begun to calm down. After gaining their powers at the Coliseum, being coerced into an uneasy agreement with tyrannical Senator Albatius Damasus, learning more about magic and the beings that introduced it to this world, working with a group of rebel senators to assassinate Damasus, and scrambling to protect the city and their loved ones from threats both magical and mundane, the sorcerers managed to commandeer Quintus Imbrux's forum to turn public opinion squarely in their favor, preventing a group of corrupt senators from taking power and stopping a civil war in Imperium before it began. Hello everyone, and welcome to Sorcerous Origins, our favorite actual play D&D series. I am your Coliseum master, Will Peña, and today I'm joined by the players. We have Sarah Sherwood,
Clio Meliora,
Riley Civerolo Douglas,
Marcus Prosperous,
Maya Torre,
Avalon Valerius,
Sydney Steinberg,
Emil Solaris,
and Clayton Currie.
Hi, I'm Gaius Maximus.
Yeah, you are.
We left off with you guys saving the world.
Just an
day.
Yeah.
Cannot believe it went that well.
It
only took us 3 days. Yeah.
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 Or-
It wasn't even hard.
Anyway,
They gave us a prophecy. Didn't even need it.
Y'all want to see some real speed?
Yeah, we're at the ranch. We left off with you guys eating dinner, but that doesn't have to be the case of where we're going to do some scenes right now. What's everyone doing at this ranch? Like when you get there, what's everyone's like first impressions?
This is the Valerius ranch, correct?
Yes, what we know about it is that there are horses there, and one of them is named Buttercup.
Yes.
Maya, tell us about this ranch a little bit. What do we need to know, Mimi?
Is
Oh,
it buttermilk?
damn.
Is it?
Also, when did you get the
no,
horse? Just
there's
'cause
a
I'm
cow-
little bit
There's a
concerned.
cow named Buttermilk. There's a horse named Buttercup.
But okay, I just want to clarify. Is there still a horse named Buttercup?
There should be still a horse
Okay,
named
cool,
Buttercup.
cool, cool.
Yeah.
Just checking.
I'm not gonna Google
Okay.
right now how long horses live, but I'm gonna Google it after we finish recording.
Which
Give,
one
like,
of you is a
25
horse
years.
girl?
Like 20 years. It's like a good old, like 20,
Sarah.
25 years.
So the six of you, I believe, if we're adding Dominicus
And then
No,
we
sorry.
went and got Cecilia
Got Cecilia, yeah.
and Cecilia.
As Maddie
Yeah.
and Maddie.
and
And
Maddie.
we got Maddie.
Shenanigans with
So
us.
8 of us.
8 of us go meet the 2
Got
people that are
Dominicus.
already there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they're dead.
No.
Season 2 starts now.
Augustus and Felix are there to greet you perfectly fine.
Do they
Okay.
seem like they're best friends now?
Insight check.
They're like having some like wine on the couch. They completely fully broke into your wine cabinet.
That's fine.
Good for them.
And yeah, Felix comes out, gives Gaius a kiss.
Get your smooches
Big hug.
in.
How'd it go?
I think we're done. I say that tent.
Tentatively?
That one.
Hmm.
I think we did it. You smell like wine.
Just a little bit, just to calm the nerves.
They're so drunk.
There's like 4 empty bottles.
They're like, guys, why would you
Augustus
even...
walks up. He also has a little bit of a sway to him. And he's like,
No.
Avalon, where the hell have you been, Loca?
Here. I just gave myself a cramp.
Can I just say, we've cast the wish spell on this show. We've hit 99 on the wild magic surge table. I have not seen the entire group go that insane about something.
Oh God. We love the Twilight Renaissance. We really do.
He wraps you up in a big hug. Glad to see you are alive.
Yes. You know who's not? No, I'm just kidding.
It was like, Avalon, why are you acting weird? And then
Yes. Can I Yes, I'm also glad that we are not dead. Can I speak to you for a moment?
Yeah. Yeah, of
Is
course.
he still? Did I say that all while he was still hugging me?
No, he like.
Okay, great.
Where do you guys go in this big kind of? I'm really imagining it like a cabin, which doesn't totally make sense, but it's how I'm imagining it.
That's fair. Yeah.
Just smack some columns onto it, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's Roman.
Yeah, it's. I was legitimately imagining a modern ranch house. So if you think about it, just really
the fucking
It's like
fixer upper, the Chet and Joanne.
It's
Chip
like a
and
log
JoJo.
house, but the logs are Roman columns.
there we
Yes!
go.
Perfect.
That's it. That's it.
Mhm.
That's so funny.
Probably into like a sitting room. Are there? I know it's a Roman columned cabin.
There's definitely a sitting room.
Well, good. There should be. I'm rich after all.
He goes and sits down.
How are you doing?
Good. I'm good. Just been nervous about everything going on down at the forum. Felix is really nice. Got to know each other very well. Yeah, it was nice to have someone else here.
Yes, I'm glad that you had someone else here. I'm going to say something that I'm really sorry. A lot of things happened there. Your brother was going to do some kind of spell that I don't even know what it was, but he was there and he's fine, but your father is dead.
I thought you guys got him out of the fire. I thought
They did. I confronted Quintus about it, and he's been arrested now. But he said that he needed a body to pretend to be the body of Albatius, and he saw your father there, and
turned him into a prop, a set piece for his political machinations.
Yes.
I'm gonna kill that man. And you can see him like digging into the arms of this chair. I'm
gonna put my hands on top of his hands.
How are they gonna pass him off as Albatius? I mean,
I truly I have no idea. They put him in his robe toga robe
yeah.
toga in his clothes, and I'm not sure. I didn't.
The acid and the
yeah. Oh, right. Thank you. They tried to make him indiscernible to other people. I'm not sure how it would have worked, but something with transferring, I'm not sure, Octavius's soul, brain, mind, I don't know.
Octavius knew about this?
Yes, he did. He was fine, but he was a part of it. He was tied to a chair, and I asked him if this is what he had wanted, and he said yes. And so I did leave him.
He stands up. I'm gonna take a walk. I need to
All right.
Be alone for a minute.
Okay.
And he just finds the nearest door that leads outside and slams it behind him.
Sana colita de rana sana sana tas mañanas.
What's everyone else doing?
So are their bottles open, or like if I okay,
For sure.
sweet.
Yeah.
Just wondering, just checking for no particular reason at all.
Yeah, I don't think Marcus is doing anything per se, but I think like as we're getting like closer to the ranch, I think Marcus is getting like kind of more like just tensing up a little bit more and like just not talking. And I think that like by the time we're at the ranch, like whatever's like going on, I think that like Marcus is standing in front of a ranch house in the countryside of Imperium. And I don't know that other people would notice this, but if you were to look, this is for the audience. But like with a look of like, I guess familiarity, but this like it's not this like like familiar. It's that kind of, like the closer we get until the like he is standing just in front of this place and like with the fields of like, is it like grass or wheat or grain or Roman grain,
Great.
and is just like kind of like staring out onto like the horizon. Is like, I'm gonna say the sun has the sun already set? It's like 7 o'clock. Maybe it could be
Just say it's
setting.
setting, yeah.
It's setting. But like is watching like a sunset like over that like horizon. And just isn't really talking to anybody. If everybody moves inside, he'll probably like linger for a moment and then go. But yeah, I think as soon as we're on it, there's just this kind of like, it's not talking to anybody, just kind of like standing.
Great. Emil and Clio, do you guys want to talk or just hang out for the evening?
I think Emil. I'm a sorcerer. I have magic. I can send a message spell and talk to people in a group without anybody know. Anyway, I forgot I could do that first. I'm gonna send a message to Clio, and just say like, I don't know if probably you can't try anything now, but I do want to kind of explain things to Celia, but I think it would help if you were there to kind of explain.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Is that, now?
I mean, I could try something. I feel fine. I've got plenty of spell points. I have plenty of I can do more magic today if you want me to try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm working on a theory. I might need to ransack this house. We should talk to Cecilia first.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, I'll just kind of like be like, can I talk to you?
Yeah, of course. Cecilia was like getting all the food that you guys have brought over here, like arranged and ready for dinner. And she joins up with the two of you. What's going on?
Oh boy, now that I'm here, I really don't know where to start. Okay. So remember like 4 days ago when I came to you and told you that Bruno sent someone to kill me?
Yeah.
I think in a way it kind of worked.
Okay.
And I'm still me. And we're gonna work on a way to fix it because I mean Clio can do some insane things that I mean
Yeah.
and I'm not even all the way dead, so
Okay. Clio, what can you do?
I don't know for sure yet, but I mean, it's just big healing, right? I mean, I can do a little bit if I just do more of it. I don't know yet. I mean, I haven't tried it before, but there's no reason it shouldn't work if it's the same method. It's hard talking about something that there aren't words for yet.
You can try.
Okay. I need something. I think Clio's gonna start looking around for where Avalon has gone to. I think we all know what Clio is looking for. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna spill. Will, I'm gonna spill our text messages if that's fine.
Sure.
When we were doing like leveling up and the gang was like, "Hey, Clio, would you like to learn Revivify, please?" And I said, "Yes, I will simply write it down on my little spell list." I was talking to Will and I was talking about how like Clio doesn't. Nobody has ever cast Revivify before. Nobody has ever needed a diamond for a spell before, except Avalon, who has used her little diamond necklace as like a spell focus.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Clio's fear is that this is going to get somehow out of hand, that it's going to be out of control. And I'm thinking like the same way that you can like use like a magnifying glass to like narrow down like a beam of light. Like she's thinking like if I like a diamond or something as like to like physically focus, like thinking of it almost like a beam of light.
Mm-hmm.
That's the justification that I've come up with. I'm now going to ransack this house. Hey, where's Avalon? Is she still
Avalon
talking to
and
Augustus?
Augustus's conversation lasted maybe like 3 minutes. So I think she's probably back out in the open, probably.
I think Clio's gonna just kind of like, I'm gonna go check on. I'll be right back. Do you good? Are you good? Okay, I'm just gonna leave. Just leave Cecilia and Emil. I'm gonna go talk to Avalon. I'm just gonna kind of like, hey Avalon, I have a favor to ask.
All right.
Cool. Can I borrow all of your jewelry? I'm trying to. I need any diamonds you have.
All right.
I can't promise you'll get them back.
Yeah, I was about to say let's go upstairs to my old room.
Okay, cool. I can't promise you'll get them back. I also don't know that you won't get them back.
Oh, is this what is this for?
We're trying to unjerky the curse. We're trying to
Avalon, you've used diamonds for a spell, like not like
yeah.
Not fully.
Yeah.
I
was just waiting for her to say it's for a spell.
Okay, yeah. I just really desperately wanted an excuse to say I'm going to unjerky the curse. So thank you all for coming.
I adore you.
This is Clio's whole epilogue. That's all I needed. I think I can do. I have to try something for Emil. We can't just let them suffer. We have to do something. So I'm gonna do something.
All right. Here, come upstairs with me.
Cool.
And so this is based solely on this one experience that I had when I went with our dear friend Lauren. Viewers, some of you know Lauren. Most of you, I don't know. But
it's gonna have like a million views. They're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is Lauren?"
We went to this very rich man's house, and he pulled out a big old like Post-it note thing of actual real life $2 bills. And he was like, "You want a $2 bill?" he pulled one off and handed one to me because I guess that's just how rich people are, right? Can I have straight up just like a box full of diamonds and be like, is
That's how rich people are.
His diamonds and $2 bills are the same.
They're the same.
They're the same.
Some of them are only $2 worth of diamonds.
Yeah.
It's the $2
They're
bill
very
of the
little.
diamond world.
There's
That's
just
a
a bunch
rock.
of them.
Precious. I'll say there's like a box of like. I'll say precious minerals. That's gonna be my way
Fine.
of handling this, making it not.
Okay, it
All
doesn't have
diamonds.
it doesn't
It's a
have to be
crystal
all diamonds.
collection.
It can be other kind of
There
things.
are.
The point is it's shiny.
There's a few
The
diamonds.
point is, yeah. The point is that she's rich.
Yes. Sounds like the beginning of a hoard to me.
Oh, shit. Miss
Well, I'm
Cole.
giving it away, so if you think about it.
Maybe the real hoard was the
Wow.
friends you made along the way.
I'm hoarding friends now.
Mhm.
Yes, here, is this enough? Do you want this one here? Do you want that? I have a little
Cool,
headpiece
yes.
with a couple of little ones as well.
Clio, who's been poor for like 8 years, is like, okay.
My rings don't have any diamonds on them, or else,
You
You
do
know I
Oh,
like you for
yeah.
more than your jewelry, right? I really appreciate this, but you know this
Mhm.
isn't the only reason that I like you, right?
you.
Oh, this doesn't have. We don't have to. Okay, cool.
Are you about to kiss
You do find
me?
one that's worth a lot, not necessarily because of its size, mainly because of its like clarity and the cut. But it will work for the purposes of this spell.
Okay, cool. I think. Do I just need that? That's all I need. I get. That's the sense that I get, or I don't know.
Yes, I don't know what you need for the spell. It's your spell.
That's so true. Well, I don't want to steal Avalon's jewelry if I don't have to.
You
I
need
have
diamonds.
like
Yeah, you need
half
the
of
diamonds.
this.
Minimal.
Would
Okay,
you
I'm only
like-
gonna steal most of it.
Yeah. Do you
I
just want
think-
some earrings or something?
No, I think we're good. I think this
Alright.
will work.
I mean, just for you.
Oh, I don't. Let me think about if Cleo has her ears pierced. Give me a second.
You're about to. We could make it happen.
We can make it. I
I
have a
love
big old
Grease.
spike.
I love
He
He
Grease.
has claws.
We'll circle back to me getting my ears pierced. Damn, does she though?
I also have brooches.
I think we're good. I'm gonna put
Alright.
like handfuls of like, okay. We're gonna try this. I think this is fine.
All right.
Oh my
Great.
god, I hope I don't fuck this up. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go back to a meal. Now holding handfuls of
Go back
precious
downstairs.
metals and jewelry.
You pass the city room, which now is Dominicus and Madigan just kind of sitting in awkward.
Are you
Can
guys
I
good?
also be there in silence because this is making me feel better?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just watching.
Are you three good?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna maybe go do late stage healing. We're gonna figure it out. Good though, good, all good, vibes good,
Mhm, mhm.
chilling, sick. Over to a meal.
All right. You reach a meal. You have the diamond. Do what you like.
Okay, we're gonna try this. Emil, if this is the only card I have up my sleeve.
Okay.
Okay.
If it doesn't do anything, it's not on you. It's
I'm not really worried about it doing nothing.
okay.
Okay.
Should I be concerned or should we just do it?
I think we should both be respectfully concerned. Like just a kind of just like the way that a sane person would be concerned about this, you know?
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna try. Do you want to like lay down, get comfortable?
Yeah.
We're gonna go through something together, okay? And I just need you to be with me here, all right? Okay.
Lay down, I guess.
Okay, cool.
Is there a couch or am I just on the floor?
Floor,
This is a couch,
floor,
yeah.
floor, floor.
I'll be on the couch.
Okay. I think Cleo's just gonna take like kind of like set the diamonds like on Emil's like she's fully going to like start the heart is like where she's at right now, but I also think she's good. So okay, this is the picture in my brain. Everybody gather around, huddle up, team. I'm gonna paint you a little picture with my words. I think she's like kind of holding Emil a little bit. Don't make her crazy, just a little. And just kind of is gonna put one like on her lap a little bit, just to kind of get situated with like one hand on like one hand here and then the other hand on the injury, the mortal wound, if you will. The jerky. Yeah. And I think she's just kind of like, okay, are you ready?
Yeah. Oh wait, and then I'm gonna reach up over the edge of the couch so I can hold Cecilia's hand.
Good, that's good. The power of love, that's great. Cool. Okay, Clio's gonna cast Revivify?
Gotcha. You feel, save for the wish spell, the most powerful divine healing magic you have cast so far. It moves through your hands in that same warm glow, and it extends over Emil's body, focusing on the places on their body that's the most affected by this. Emil, you feel blood returning to your side, where that wound is, probably the largest one. Clio, you feel with your hand on their neck, you feel a pulse return through that part that was previously, I hate that jerkied is our word for this. That was previously, what's the word for when a dead body is like?
Rigor mortis?
Rigor mortis.
Yes, the rigor, the mortis, is
The rigor. The mortis.
is vivified.
Okay.
And their body heals itself. Emil, you feel those parts of your body are like mobile and flexible again in a way that they weren't before. That like sinking, that like itch in your head of like unable to sleep, and the ink on your hand, that's still there. But the more physical and like health aspects of it, like physical health, have been reversed.
I get up off the couch and take off my shirt to check.
Okay.
It's got blood through it. It's pink. It's
gone.
It's flexible. It's
you're a miracle.
I'm not feeling bad about that. I'm not gonna lie. That felt pretty good.
I just wrap Clio up in a huge hug, and then go over to Cecilia and wrap her up in a huge hug, and then hug them both at once.
This is
oh my god,
incredible. This is great. This is so amazing. And she starts like feeling like all the parts that were previously gray and dead, and they're back to normal.
I told you things would go back to normal, and I am so glad that I can keep that promise.
The diamond has dissipated. In the glow, it's gone.
Yikes. We're just
Wow.
gonna talk about it. Just don't tell Avalon. It's fine. We'll just tell her.
Did you take that from Avalon and you didn't tell her?
No, she told me I could have it.
Why are you looking?
She did. I don't know why. I'm used to it. She wicked did. You can ask her. That's just what I look like.
I check Cecilia out. I'm like, Avalon?
Fine.
And we don't have to
steal-
rehash it in character, but Emil's like, is this okay? All this is fine.
Fine. I'll give Avalon back whatever wasn't
I think
used up.
the rest of the evening kind of goes on its course. For some reason, right now I have the very specific image of Felix throwing grapes into Gaius's mouth, like from across the room.
No. It's the one TikTok trend of, hey, can I have a grape? Yeah.
Don't know.
You guys just crush my joy. Like I'm
It's
like,
true
oh,
love.
and then you're like, oh.
Gotta
Don't
make it
baby
vivid,
bird
guys.
each other in front of this whole table.
You guys have this huge meal together. There's plenty to drink. Yeah. Are people staying here? Are people going back to their homes? How's everyone feeling?
I know,
It's
I've got
really good to
movement.
drive right now.
I guess, yeah, the night is probably spent here.
Yeah, I assume the night is here. I know I've got stuff back in town.
Clio has to go. Clio turns into a pumpkin at midnight, if we all recall from 17 episodes ago.
Before everyone leaves, I think, or whoever leaves, just while we're all in the same place, Emil is gonna kind of look at all the sorcerers and I mean all the other people who are here because they're kind of in the shit with us. But is just gonna say, so I don't know what we do after this. And I don't, this isn't me trying to like persuade any of you to do anything with, you know, the powers and the gifts that we've been given, but I know that as long as I have them, I can't. I mean, I'd prefer to be, oh, look at Cecilia, normal enough that I'm not, you know, getting killed all the time, but I can't go back to the Weavers Guild and just act like I can't do what I can do. And I don't want the senux to just send us willy-nilly to Telnar or wherever, but I feel like just because, you know, this is finished doesn't mean that more stuff isn't going to show up and try and destroy, I don't know, parts of the city, the entire city. I want to keep, you know, being able to do something about it.
There is still most likely a giant bird somewhere around the city, so things probably certainly aren't finished.
Yes. We also have some rats to speak to.
Right.
So forgot about that. Oh my God.
They'll I have to get Marcus Prosperous. They'll contact us, I have a feeling. I'm not going to go around searching for everything.
Oh, no. I understand what you're saying, Emil, and I would agree. I also can't go back to whatever I was doing before. So I'll be here if you, I don't know, but the work is not done.
I think Gaius just gives a look to Felix, squeezes their hand, and just, I think whenever something happens, when we're needed, we can be there.
Oh, that's so many times.
I mean, you don't have to, Mr. Prosperous.
No, I
you have-
kind of yelled at an omniscient plane that I would, so I feel like now I have to prove that I will.
Who hasn't?
Well, Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
all the other 5 people in the room.
Sick.
All right.
Great. You will spend the rest of the evening together. All right. I think we cut to what's up?
I don't know what you're gonna say, but I think the next morning, since 2 specific individuals are there, Gaius might try to catch.
Gotcha.
Unless you think something else.
Let's hold on that for a minute.
Heard.
I think we cut to the next night, and Avalon, you are back at the Valerius estate. Sure, what's up?
Could I have cut my hair before that?
Sure. Where at the
I think yeah, probably back at the ranch house when everything was quiet, if people were asleep, or if it's the next night, people left, right? Yeah.
Clio
So
had to go
probably-
like that night by midnight. Cleo's gone.
So when no one's like super around, she probably just does that.
Yeah, I
With
think
your
it's
claws? With your
Wait,
where
yeah.
where in the house is it? And it's with your claws?
Yeah.
Of course it is. That's so cool.
So
It
yeah,
can be a little bit with an actual cutting utensil, but there's something cool about
I think
just
it's
the
not.
claws.
You try to do it with like, I don't even know. You don't have scissors in the house, and you get like a kitchen knife and try
Oh,
to
there's scissors.
something like that. And it's not efficient enough, and you fully claw your hand, and those are like razors. And take the time to go around and cut all of your hair down.
Nice. And then I'll save that for later. I'll prestidigitate it when I'm on my way to my mom's to my parents' estate.
It's pretty late by the time you get there, but you can see that there's a like brazier going inside.
A what?
Brazier, like a fire pit.
Oh, okay. I heard a rager and I was like, oh my gosh, I just left.
You reach the estate. It's much quieter than it usually is. Just there's kind of a lack of people around. The servants, the house next door is completely burned to the ground.
A whole house?
80% of it.
Damn. Okay. I'm gonna go in. I prestidigitate my hair to what I think its original natural color is. I haven't seen it since I was 7 years old, so.
You walk in and immediately see. So from the front door, there's that pool area that leads directly into the back, like garden, and that's where that brazier is coming from, and your mom is sitting right next to it, just kind of staring into the fire.
I'm gonna walk over, and is there anywhere sitting close to there, or I don't want to sit on the same thing she's sitting on. I imagine it's like a little bench, but
yeah.
Pull
up like a...
Hello, mother.
Avalon, and she composes herself. Hi, you can tell that not like recently, but she has been crying. Your hair. What did you... It looks nice. Is that the way you want it to be?
I don't know yet. I mostly just came to I noticed that you weren't there at the end of the forum. So
I left early. I had other things to attend to.
yeah, well, I did tell you to leave, so it's good. I mostly came to say in a more official sense that I'm not going to be living here anymore. I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something else. And I just wanted to tell you that I know you did what you thought was right, what you thought was correct, and everything, but I did everything I ever did so that you would be proud of me, so that I would somehow make myself worthy of your love, and I felt that the only way you could love me was to make you proud of me, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to make you proud anymore. I do, but I shouldn't. And it always felt like I had to earn it, and I never quite measured up. And that's it. I think Avalon's gonna get up to start to leave.
Avalon, I only ever raised you the best way I knew how. You understand that, right?
Yes, I know.
Okay. She doesn't make any attempt to stop you.
I'm just gonna leave.
All right. Where do you go?
I'd probably walk around for a little bit, and then I'd probably go back to the ranch house. I don't really have anywhere else to go.
Mhm. If you don't mind me saying, I think you stay at the ranch house for maybe a couple days.
Yeah.
Or actually, first you go back to the ranch house, and I think at this point everyone else has cleared out
Yeah.
except Augustus.
Mhm.
I hope you don't mind if I stay here.
No, it's a large estate area thing.
Yeah, there's plenty of room.
Yeah, there's
I can like
our
eggs or something. You have chickens, right? I can.
yes, we have chickens. Yes, they're probably the same place they were.
There's Avalon. There's people who like take care of this place while it's not.
Yeah.
Probably not the same chickens anymore.
That's true. That's a shame. There was that one chicken named Butterfly.
Yeah.
Couldn't fly.
We thought we made it out of the finale with no casualties, but we were so wrong.
I mean, yes, if I don't know how to cook. I'll be completely candid with you.
Yeah, I'm not the best, but I can I'll do what I can.
All
I'll
right.
run back to the city and grab us something,
Okay. How are you doing?
I'm better. I don't know where to go from here. But it is what it is. I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yes, that's true. I was gone for a little bit. Did you go see your mother or
No.
no?
I'm not
Oh,
gonna.
there's time.
No.
No? All right.
So I think you spent about a week there, together in a kind of domestic situation that you haven't had in a while.
Ever.
It's nice, you guys. He cooks food for you.
Thank goodness.
You kind of take over like the top floor of it. Like you guys have this whole place to yourself.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of like, I don't know what Roman party games are, but like you do your best.
Surprisingly similar to it's just Yahoo. It's
There's a really
Yahtzee.
fun
Why
one.
did I say
where
Yahtzee?
Yahoo.
It's a water slide, but instead of water, it's olive oil.
Very good. There's charades, but it's chariots instead, and it's a completely different game. But that's the only joke I
I
can
was
make.
gonna
'cause
say
it's
slides and ladders, chariots and
Slides and-
aqueducts.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
You guys are playing charades probably about a week later.
Oh my god.
When you hear, not 2 weeks. Sorry, like at the end of the week.
Mhm.
No, 2-person charades.
Yes, that's what it's gotten to. When you
An
hear
owl.
some scuttling on the floor somewhere in the house.
Is Buttercup?
Avalon's gonna she's gonna go, and Avalon's gonna get up and investigate
You
quietly.
are moving through this kind of dark house, and you see 2 rats just move past one of the hallways.
Hello.
They peek their head out from around the corner and approach. One of them gets up on its hind legs.
I appreciate you foreign dignitaries meeting with us. Would you like some
Hold on, what's going on? Who are you talking to?
Give me a moment. Would you like some refreshments? It's only me and a friend here. I can do you come on.
Scuttle past you into the living room.
Right.
Augustus goes, "Whoa! What the?" He picks his legs up off the floor.
Those rats from Telnar?
No.
Didn't Marcus specifically say not from Telnar?
Oh well, to sum it up, and I tell him.
Okay.
I think they're ready for a meeting. I don't, unfortunately. Do they speak legal?
One of them starts like pointing as much as it can to the door.
Oh, it's like a proper game of charades. All right, door. I go to it.
Proper cup of charades, isn't it?
It makes the motions like open it.
Okay. All right.
The second you crack this door open, a eagle flies its way in and makes it like just shoots all the way to the living room and is enwrapped in this glowing white green light that dissipates, and a woman is standing in your living room.
Hello.
Hello, Avalon, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And you are?
Enola Calix.
Enola Calix.
You're one of the sorcerers, correct? My men have told me.
Yes, I am. My associates are attending to their own business at this very moment. But yes, I am.
Fantastic. I believe it would be in the best interest of both of us if you and the rest of your companions, if they so choose, would join me back to Telnar. With some urgency.
All right. Can I ask what is?
And that's where we're going to cut the scene.
Yeah. Good.
I think next we get this completely different. We are not in the Imperium anymore. We are in a thick forested area near a large mountain, unfamiliar to us or the audience. And this huge shadow comes over the forest. And a familiar face, I suppose, of this giant, I believe I called it a hyper eagle the last time we saw it. Huge bird with this immense wingspan. It's blue. It has these like red feathering around its face. It is a rock. And it's making its way over this forested area. And we kind of see it spot something and dive underneath the tree line. There's a minute of rustling. You hear like a, and it comes up with an elephant in its talons.
No, bad boy, put that down.
And it's making its way back up into the sky and kind of climbing along the side of this mountain. Climbing in the air. It's flapping its wings hard, trying to get, and the elephant's like struggling. Its forelegs are kind of moving. But it keeps on carrying it up and up until suddenly there is this eruption of earth from the mountain, and this huge cylindrical purple worm, teeth rotating inside of its maw, comes and takes the rock, slams it into the ground, and starts burrowing again.
Whose is that?
And we cut back.
This is so fucked up because my favorite animal is an elephant, and the little rock went and grabbed it, and I went, no, this is so sad. And then you killed my bird, son.
Didn't this happen in Jurassic something with the dinosaur and then the other dinosaur?
Yeah.
Oh boy, continue.
There's always a bigger worm.
Always a bigger worm.
Life finds a way.
Cut back to Clio.
Give me a minute.
I guess midnight of that evening, getting on a little pumpkin chariot.
Yeah, Miss Pumpkin Girl. I think she's gonna kind of like, I think she tries to sneak out like unnoticed. Most, like, everybody's having a good time. She doesn't want to be like, well, I'm gonna leave. Like, I think she just kind of tries to like get Madigan and be like, let's go.
Madigan
like,
immediately
just kind of
understands.
Yeah, just like in a quiet moment, just kind of slips out.
Emerge into like the cool night air of Imperium.
Maddie, we need to talk about some stuff.
Okay.
I need to go home. I told Casrius I'd be back by midnight. He doesn't know you're alive.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd be happy to see him.
Okay. You should know some other stuff. We aren't married. I told you that. They're, oh God. We're 4 for 4 on magic in the family. You, me, Aster, and Casrius.
That's weird.
It isn't it? A little bit weird. we poked around. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting to find, but we did. Hey, do you remember being a ghost at all?
No.
I
No,
saw you twice. I saw you twice while you were dead. Twice? Twice.
No, yeah, I don't remember anything really.
Nothing?
I suffocated, burned,
Horrible?
and then almost, I can't tell the passage of time, an instant, a few days. I saw the light of, the owl, the divine soul,
Oh,
and
the her.
put me back together.
Oh. Interesting.
Is Castrius one of you?
No.
One of the sorcerers?
Yes. There's different world. I mean, mine is different from Marcus, is different from Emil, different from Avalon, different from Grace. But he's not like any of us. He's got something else, and I think a lot more of it. We saw some guards at the carcery who I think were supposed to go apprehend him. They didn't, and they didn't want to anymore. And I think they would have walked right past the prison entirely if Emil hadn't waved him down. Emil? Was it Emil? Marcus? Somebody.
Got it. Yeah.
He and I think had the same conversation 3-4 times, and when he was trying to convince me to leave the city with him, and every time I said no, he wiped my memory of the conversation and made me do it again.
Oh God.
Yeah. I think I'm very, very concerned. Look, I don't even know exactly how I feel about it, but I can't.
Okay.
But I have to, because I care about him. And so I'm going to, but I don't know anymore. I don't know. I want to forgive. I want to. So we'll see how it goes. But I think he should know you're alive.
Okay. I think so too.
Okay. What about Aster?
Aster?
I can call him if you want him to know.
Oh.
It's your call. It's your decision.
Aster. I mean, I'm sure you didn't tell him before.
No.
Obviously not. Yeah.
No. You can think about it.
Yeah, I think that he can live with it for a while longer.
I think so too. Cool. Sweet. That lightens our to-do list.
Great. Was Aster one of you? A sorcerer?
I don't know. I can't really get a handle on it. I mean, I don't think Albatius was either, but how do you make, I don't know how to make the distinction. Does that make sense? It's all magic. And
Yeah.
it's, I don't think
I am.
so.
Okay. She does the like light thing again with her hands. You guys are probably pretty far down this road back to Imperius. And she goes, I don't know, something about it from the way we were talking tonight about how you guys all cast magic. It's very of you, and this feels very exterior to me.
That's interesting. Where do you think it comes from?
I think it comes from the owl, the divine soul. I think it.
Right.
She kind of possessed me.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I'm the ghost.
Yeah.
I should be possessing people.
Right. Yeah. That's your. Yeah. Anyways.
But no, it's like I'm not like I'm borrowing it from her, but like she's letting me do it.
I want to make a joke about like, are you channeling divinity? Would you say? Cool. Well, I mean, I hope she keeps it up. It brings me no small amount of comfort to know that you can keep yourself safe if you need to.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't mean that I won't be able to help you. I mean, I think I've got a little bit of a handle on this if you need anything.
Yeah. I'll do my best. I don't think I don't know. I'm not cut out for this kind of stuff the way you are.
I don't think I got a choice if I was cut out for it or not. I think I became cut out for it kind of by force, maybe day 2.5. So, Casrius is a lot stronger than I am. I don't know, but I think I think it comes from him. I think it's his mind.
Okay.
We're going to see how this goes.
Sure.
If you need to leave at any point, if you don't feel safe, please just go. If you feel like you need to, I'll find you after.
Great.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. I think we cut to you guys at the apartment. Anything you want to do before that, or?
Oh, cry for a little bit. No. Freak out a little. No, I think Clio like goes to knock on the door and then it's like my hair's falling apart and then it's like I live here and then I think she just like walks in, kind of like looks around, like are the lights on? Is he here?
The lights are on, but like dim. He is kind of in the middle of the room. What should I describe first?
Uh-oh, what's going on?
Oh, there's
Place
multiple things.
Is kind of, you walk in and like first thing, books are like floating through the air, are like moving from one place to another.
Yeah.
And he like takes one, passes it like right, like stops for a second, and then just passes it right along. The walls are covered in chalk, in some sort of writing.
Do you read?
What kind of writing, Will?
What language does he speak?
Celestial?
Not Celestial.
I speak Old Imperial? Empyrean?
That's good. Empyrean, I think. No. It's almost not even like a language. It's more, this is always such a hard distinction to make in D&D. It's like runes. It's like there's symbols more than letters, which letters are symbols, but you know.
Right. Okay. It's not spelling words.
Yes.
Got it.
And in the center of the floor, it seems like the main thing he's working on is some complex, intricate circle. and he lifts up his head as he hears you open the door, and says, Clio, I'm sorry, this place is a mess. And he turns around, and you see 2 extra pairs of dark black eyes. Like completely,
Okay.
totally black.
Oh, that's fine.
And Madigan, what a pleasant surprise.
Yes.
Hi, I
Surprise.
can get everything. What?
Surprise.
Yeah.
What are you working on?
Oh, and his 2 main eyes kind of widen in realization. A spell. It takes me somewhere.
Oh my god. That was Sarah, that wasn't Clio, that was me. Sorry, I'm putting the dots together. I'm connecting the dots. Where are you where are you going?
I think I'm gonna build it. I think it's where I've been talking about. I don't know quite where it is, but I'm following my senses. And at that word, like, you see the gloss on those black eyes just kind of like move and turn over.
Okay. Whew. We should talk about a few things. A number of things. A steadily increasing number of things.
Sure. Yeah. Madigan, do you want something to drink? It's been so long since you've been here.
Will, go ahead and talk to yourself, babe. Go ahead and do it, babe.
Yes,
Let's see
I
this.
forgot.
Let me just sit back for a minute.
Madigan like inches across the wall, and eyes you for a second. I'm okay. I'm okay, thank
I love
you.
her so much.
That's a good one. That's the Geography of the Outer Regions. That's a recent one. And she goes and like pulls one of them out of the air. By oh shoot, I can never remember his name. And she starts like flipping through the book. And he goes, yeah. I've just been using it to map something out. I guess that one's for this, and he points to one of the symbols in the circle. Yeah. I don't know, it's all kind of a blur when I do it.
Sure. Aster was working for Albatius. Should we start there? Is that where we should start? I feel like that's Aster burned the library down. It was him. So all of it.
That
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think that came through, right?
Well, don't. He told me, so don't say that. I don't want to believe it either, but we have to. So I think the way I understand it, he was arrested and there was blackmail, and some people have a family that they care about, which is crazy. So yeah.
Okay.
So that. What else?
I just don't think he would do something like that.
Do you want to check?
Are you talking? Who are you talking to?
Casrius. Go ahead.
And he goes like cast a spell, and Madigan goes, he killed me, Casrius. He beat me over the head and killed me. And he like the 2 eyes look first, and he moves his head, And he goes, okay, sure, yeah, I can accept that. What do you want me to do about it? I couldn't find him before. Do you think he knew?
No, don't. He's gone. He's long gone by now. Don't. I don't know. I thought you should know. Were you at the Coliseum?
Me?
Yeah.
You mean when the whole pillars happened?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. I was at the library.
Is he lying, Will?
Make an insight check.
I'd love to. Well, I rolled an 18, so 100,000.
27.
Yeah, that's how math works.
No, he's telling the truth.
That makes my life more complicated.
Let me think of a like flash of insight that you get.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
sweating.
Flash of insight. You realize as you're like examining his speech, that he's telling the truth, but he's not like 100%. This not just this one statement. This whole time, he's not 100% confident that he's like his mind is in two separate places. He's not like communicating purely as himself to you.
Do the eyes remind me at all of what I saw in the bad place?
They do.
Okay. Does his voice sound different at all?
No.
Or is he just a little
bit better, actually? A little bit like when you were talking to him in the alleyway last time, he was like fucked up. He's had gotten a little time to, I guess, rest. Yeah.
Cool. I think Clio is having a problem with the eyes. We're having an eye problem. And she's trying to like, oh God, okay. I mean, what do we do? What do we do now? Is it just, is it done? Is it over? Or are we just, we've been one thing for 6 years. What do we do now? Albatius is dead. Quintus is going to prison, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
What?
We can leave. I know I keep on saying, but we can go. Madigan, I don't know if you probably shouldn't come. And then the eyes like flick and they turn like blue. And he looks over at Madigan and he goes, oh, I suppose you could now. Okay.
What?
Yeah,
what?
Madigan, the three of us can leave.
What?
Detect magic, do you have that spell?
Emil does.
Okay.
But what was, she can't leave? What? Oh.
I thought she had
I see.
magic.
No, yeah, okay, you're still on Sorcerer Island. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay. Yeah, no. No, this is my city. I worked way too hard for this. No, I'm not leaving. No.
Okay. Madigan? And Madigan again looks over at you and says, I think I should stay here, Casrius, and I think you should too. I think being with people would be good for you right now.
I think you need to really think about the opportunity that we have here. The war is ending. there's a power vacuum in the senux, they might start killing each other. We don't know if a civil war is going to break out yet or not. We have a blank slate here, team. We could have what we've always wanted. I can't be the only one thinking this.
No, it's a good opportunity. Madigan pipes in.
I mean, Maddie, you saw Dominicus Faust. Something is going on.
He's good. As good as they get, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if we were to use this opportunity in the right way, I think we have a chance of affecting some real change.
This is the closest thing that this city has seen to a blank slate in 100 years. There has not been an opportunity like this before, and there's not going to be one again. The war is going to burn itself out. They can't figure out what's going on in this city and figure out what's going on there at the same time. There's no way. They can't. It'll all fall apart. It's all coming together for us, though. I can't leave now.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Hey, Will, I would like to borrow from my really dear friend, Riley. I'd like to ask if I can have advantage on this.
No.
Okay, that's fair enough. I thought I would ask.
Well,
18?
18's good. Castrius kind of absentmindedly plucks a piece of chalk out of the air. And he goes, so close to being completed. I can stay for longer if you want. We can see how things turn out here.
I mean, do what you want, but that's my plan. And Clio doesn't know about the rats yet.
Do you want me to stay?
I want a lot of things. And I don't know that you've ever really thought about that.
I don't. I've always done what's best for us, I think. What are you saying?
I think, I walked into this house and I wondered if it was the first time I'd done it.
I understand.
You don't. You don't, though.
Well, then maybe we just don't understand each other then.
I wanted it really bad for us. I wanted so much for us. But I want it for me more.
Okay.
Okay.
This place is small.
Mm-hmm.
It's not insignificant, but it is small. And when you understand that, I will be there for you. You just can't see it yet.
I think I've been lying to us both. I am different than I was 2 weeks ago. I am a completely different person. And I think the biggest indicator of that for me is that I have a really hard time believing that there are things that you understand that I don't. I just don't idolize you like that anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
And he sits down and he makes one more mark on the circle, and the whole thing lights up white and extends upward, and as it does, he disappears.
Cool. I mean, I thought I was gonna have to pack my shit, so this works out just fine for me. Maddie, do you, wow, okay, I'm gonna think about that for a while. We're gonna deal with that later. Oh, do you wanna go home? Your family, I told your family you were dead. I probably should have told you that a while ago. I fucking forgot.
I would like to go home. Yeah.
Okay, I
don't
want you to
have feel bad
understand.
about that. I was dead.
Yeah,
I was
thought
dead.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. I think we've got a great little niche here where, you know, we can just, you got out, you were hiding, people were trying to kill you. Albatius is dead, Quintus is arrested, now it's safe.
So we're
to
not
come
going
back.
to tell them that an owl brought me back to life?
I'm just saying you have other options. You can tell him an owl brought you back to life if you want. I might not. I might keep quiet on that one.
Okay. All right.
It's up to you. You can tell him what you want. I'm just saying you've got options.
Great. I think the next day, I don't know if we have to role play through. I think like we as an audience see the two of you at her house, at her front door. And I think she kind of steps up and knocks on the door. There's like a beat that's held for just a little bit too long. And her dad opens the door first. And instantly like grips the inside of the door frame. And I don't think we can actually hear what's being said. We see him mouth her name, and he like instantly pulls her in. Her mom comes out from inside the house, and first actually sees you, and like kind of tilts her head to the side for a second, and then sees like I think just Madigan's hair, like from like her dad is hugging her so tight, and she starts crying. Yeah. I think that's where we can leave that. I think also the next thing we as an audience see is that white rune circle appear on just the smallest, like just enough room for that circle. A like dark, wet rock in the middle of the ocean, and Castrius appears there, and the waves are like lapping up on the sides, and one of them comes up and fully hits him in the chest, and he stumbles to the side a bit, and he looks around and he starts casting a spell, and you see more of those rocks start to emerge from the ocean around, and he's kind of lifting them as he does. And as he gets like pounded, like wet, like more and more of the ocean, you see like gills to appear on the side of his neck.
Uh-oh.
And he just keeps on raising these different like things that should be deep under the sea. He's just pulling them to the surface.
My childhood crush on Shark Boy from Shark Boy and Lava Girl is not looking good for me right now. It's fine though.
All right, let's continue with Gaius. Gaius,
Continue, guys.
yes. Where and when do you want to be?
Come again?
Where and when do you want to be? We have this now. We have this like
Not
7
where.
days.
But when?
20 years from now.
I
So,
feel
like-
like I said earlier, we could cut back to like maybe morning after our dinner at the ranch.
Sure, yeah, that sounds great.
Is it as far as it looked like Augustus was kind of having a night there, so maybe give him some time. But I do want to collect one Augustus Pompeius and one Marcus Prosperous.
I'm probably sitting on the porch in the early morning light. That's me. I'm sitting on the little porch stairs.
So I'll probably grab Augustus first and then just sort of make our way over to Marcus. Excuse me, Mr. Prosperous. Are you busy right now?
I think there's like a beat as Marcus sits on the porch stairs with nothing around him, just having been previously looking into the horizon. Is like, what do I sound like? Marcus Prosperous. I have to do the hi, Marcus Prosperous. No, guys, no, I'm not.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I just felt that this, and I sort of look at Augustus, was a conversation that needed to happen in regards to your book made a wolf bit him, he turned into a wolf, he bit me. Am I going to turn into a wolf?
That seems to be the pattern.
Okay.
I don't know. Is this a conversation that needs to happen? Because I'm perfectly fine ignoring it for as long as I can.
Well,
You think it's a one-time thing? Are you not a wolf person anymore?
I mean, you've felt it. We've had moments. No, I mean, just like,
Yeah.
Oh,
No, there have been, yes.
I think that like as they're kind of like talking to each other, I'm like sitting. I think I have my like sketchbook in my lap, and I'm just kind of like not pawing, but like when you run your when you run your Marcus Prosperous, when you like kind of flick at like the corner of like a book or something, if we could ask the source.
I guess that would be a good place to start.
yeah, it's fine with me.
I'll like pod open, and I'll kind of just like open and be like, morning.
Good morning,
And just
Marcus.
like flick the page and be like, are you awake?
I
Always.
am a book. I have no concept of time.
With me are Mr. Gaius Maximus and Augustus Pompeius, whom you may or may not be aware of.
He's been in my periphery for a while.
Which one?
Augustus.
You made a thing back at the gala. The dog, the wolf.
Yes.
Did you mean for it to spread?
How is it spreading? Is it spreading?
Yes. And I kind of like look back to the boys. Through bites, apparently.
That's not how reproduction usually works.
How did you learn about reproduction?
What's the line for Adventure Time? I have an approximate knowledge of many things. I can create form and life. I have a...
Fair enough. I guess that's kind of your whole thing. Regardless, a few things. One, maybe let's do more sketches of things before we make them to kind of iron out some of the unexpected consequences.
I don't think that's part of my nature, Marcus.
You're an artist, aren't you? You think you don't have to practice?
I think I have to practice. That's what the wolf was.
Regardless if it's practice or not, it has hurt some people. And they're standing in front of you. And
I see.
that's something that we have to consider.
I made all of those amalgamations to be mimetic.
Oh damn, let me get that communication minor in the chat. I wrote a whole paper on memes. Go ahead, William. I've used the word mimetic before.
Well, what does that mean?
It spreads, perhaps not through the typical means, but they weren't one of a kind. Those things that I made, I inserted them into the world.
Do you know how we can help our pals, Mr. Prosperous and Mr. Maximus?
What do they need help with?
I kind of turned to look at them because I guess I've kind of made some assumptions, but I don't actually know.
Can I talk to your notebook?
Sure. I don't know if it'll respond, but I hand it to him.
Listen, I almost killed my family with this. I don't want it anymore. I never asked for it in the first place. If you can take it, I don't know if you're a god or something, but no, okay. Well, then otherwise you just look like a notebook to me, so I don't know how you can fix this. And he's looking at you, Marcus, the whole time.
Oh, yes, no, I've made it all up entirely in my head. I've handed you a blank notebook. This is the weirdest thing that's happened to you? Is that my notebook possibly is sentient?
It's weirder than the giant wolf.
Really?
Yes.
Like at least the wolf thing, like wolves are a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so are notebooks.
Big. Yes, but they don't talk.
You don't talk back when you write.
Neither does a wolf.
The wolf didn't talk.
I've yet to meet a talking wolf.
We've met a
Well,
talking.
you may be
not
in
a
for a
dog.
surprise, Mr. Augustus, the way that things have gone.
The notebook chimes in and starts writing. And it says, like Marcus said, I am an artist, but I don't work with an eraser. In fact, I hardly ever break my lines. So there's nothing that you can do about this.
That's enough. I smack my notebook closed. It's been helpful for me, but momentarily I'm quite sick of mysterious and omniscient forces saying that we can't do things about things. It's really starting to piss me off. I've recently kind of come into the assumption that I am about to have a lot of say in the way things are going to be in the future.
Like you're gonna be put on the senux?
Fuck no.
Fair.
I just like, I'll flip it back open, but he's not, I've taken away talking privileges because they're being a Debbie Downer, to like just all the sketches that it made, like over my sketches. Seems as though it needs some help in making these, and I have a little bit of creative liberty.
Why was that one so much shorter than the rest of them?
I didn't make them. In fact, it drew over some of my previous sketches, which is like...
That feels like a no-no.
It is. I wouldn't, there's like this, Quintilius, if I came across his sketchbook, I don't like that guy. I think he's stupid. I would not draw in his sketchbook.
Quintus had a sketchbook?
Different person. It's like how there's a bunch of Julius's around. The point is, perhaps this is blasphemous or arrogant, but hey, what else am I known for? Things have been... Thank you, guys. Things have been telling us the way that things are. I think that we have done things differently. I don't want to give you a false sense of hope and tell you that if you next turn into a wolf, you won't hurt somebody. That would be irresponsible of me. But I think that if anybody can take this and make it what we want it to be, it's the people on this ranch.
Justice looks at you guys. You haven't turned yet, have you?
Not that I know of. I mean, it's only been a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was about 27 hours ago.
I don't know. I appreciate that you're afraid of it. I think you should be.
Okay. Well, yep.
Yeah, I don't think you fully understand what it's like.
I don't want to. I don't want to hurt anyone else.
I'm going to say something that I hope isn't entirely offensive to you both. Dogs have been domesticated. And I know how that sounds, but what I'm saying is wild animals have learned not to kill and hurt. Regardless, I feel like on whatever's behalf, I'm sorry that you two are dealing with this.
Gaius, I feel like this is a very like theater major kind of question. Where in your body is the werewolf, like where do you carry it?
Is there a werewolf inside of you? Right.
Are there two
wolves
wolves?
inside of me? One of them is Augustus. One of them is
Clayton.
Gaius.
One of them is
Our
Gaius.
brains are the same.
Sydney, we can't keep doing this. Oh, that's such an interesting question. Because I feel like Gaius is a very lead with the chest person.
Yeah.
It's all in the lungs. It's all in the heart. I feel like with that, because I think Gaius has felt the rush a few times since he got bit, and I think how it manifests for him is it's the heart and it's the blood. He feels like his blood start to boil and racing through him, and it just, the heat drives.
Gotcha. As you've been focusing on just you've been thinking about it so much, and then you and Augustus being like near each other, it's almost like Breakout, the game, the one where like it's like a little ball that like hits your paddle, then it hits something else, and it hits your paddle, then it hits something else.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
No. Yeah.
And it gets faster like every time it gets it. You and Augustus, like the more you're next to each other, the more like the little things you like catch the attention. And it's we keep on making jokes about like guessing and stuff, but like there is something very like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but the only two people in the whole world who are experiencing the same thing, like ever. There's something very. What'd you say?
Sympathy or empathy? It's one of the two.
Empathy.
Yeah.
Empathy.
Yeah. The more you can feel that warmth, the heat, that it's building up. Would you like to like tap into it right now, or would you want to kind of put it away?
Oh. I think he's gonna try and push it back
Okay.
right now. Clayton
Marcus,
wants to lean into it, but I don't think Gaius does.
Gotcha. Marcus, make a perception check for me.
I would love to. Oh. Oh shit, my character sheet. That is a 9.
A 9. Okay. I think both Augustus and Gaius are kind of contemplating this for a moment after what you said. And what you don't see is like small like changes in there as they're both like feeling the rush, like just in their shoulder blades, like kind of hunching up, and like the hair on their back of their neck, which has happened to them before, like standing, and just they both like come into these different positions of like almost bestial, and both of them push it down.
Can you see my Riley Sivdug's werewolf agenda of being like, it doesn't have to be inherently bad. I still stand by it's in character for Marcus, everything that I said, but every time I get a werewolf, I go, but what if special doggy cuddles?
I think Augustus like shivers and is like, okay, that's enough for today.
I agree.
This is the problem of right now.
Right. We just have to be careful and figure out what triggers it.
Shit, do we not know it's the moon yet?
don't have enough for like really for a pattern.
Yeah, it just happened to happen on a full
Yeah.
moon. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Guys, anything else you want to do?
Yeah, you mean separate from this conversation, or
Or if you want to add to this.
I don't think I think we can leave that there. That felt good. I do have one other thing that sort of leads into the other thing.
Sure.
I'm going to find Nini.
Great.
Nini Galerius, Decius's wife. Which is hard because they don't have an address for some reason.
It takes a little bit of poking around. I think you've probably been there like once or twice for like a dinner party. But you do eventually remember where she lives. You knock on the door. And you open it up, and this very small woman kind of opens it up. She's probably approaching middle age. And she takes a second to look at you before Gaius Maximus.
Yes. Hi.
Hi. I really appreciate you coming by, but I don't really need visitors right now. And she kind of starts to close the door.
If you don't mind, I think this is something you would want to hear.
Okay.
I'm sure you're very worried. It's been a few days since the event at the Coliseum. Decius is alive. I don't know what you heard or what you were told about what happened, but he...
No, he... sorry if I don't believe you guys, but some guards from the Coliseum came and he's dead. He's been dead for days.
That's the thing. He's not dead, but he's not himself right now. And I just felt that it was only right that you at least know what happened. This magic thing, it's so new and it's so complex. He was affected. And it changed him.
He's a sorcerer?
No. Not in that way. I don't know really how to put it into words. I don't know what to say, but he's not himself anymore. He is something else.
Can I see him?
I can take you to him. I don't know if he will want to see either of us right now.
I want to see him. I want to see my husband.
Of course. I can take you.
Okay. Where is he?
The last I saw him, he was in charge of the carcery. Long story, very long story. I can explain on the way.
All right, you do so. as you make your way through the city towards the carcery.
Yeah.
It's the next day still. No guards are there to like retake the carcery. Nothing has happened yet, at least.
Are the guards still inside that we left there? I guess we'll find out. All right, yeah, continue. Sorry.
You make your way there. It's almost exactly as you've left it. Door hasn't been opened. I don't think you did much like actual physical damage to the property. But yeah, you hear. I think you don't hear anything. It's very like, oddly quiet.
I'm gonna go talk to him. I will say you should probably keep a safe amount of distance because the thing he has become is not the nicest of creatures.
Okay.
I like to believe that he's still in there, but
okay.
I'm sorry. And I'm gonna go up to the entrance.
What do you do? Do you knock on the door? Do you just open up?
I'm gonna knock. I'll give a courtesy knock and just it's Gaius. I have a few things that I would like to talk to you about.
You hear, you feel footsteps across the ground. And you hear a little bit of scratching for a second, and then the door opens, taking up like the entire door frame, plus like an extra minotaur, bull's head, is the minotaur, and it like leans down, hands on top of the door. Maximus.
Hi. Sorry, what should I call you? Just for future reference, I don't know. You said you don't want to be called.
They've called me the Minotaur. I have no need for any other name.
Sure, that works for me. Two things. First thing, I'm gonna reach into the saddlebag on the chair and pull out the other horn. I think this is also yours. I found it on the floor in the lab of someone I took it from.
So he grabs it from you for a second. Your like hands touch, and it's like a child shaking the hand of an adult, and pulls it from you. He holds it.
What are both horns still severed? Has he like attached the other one somehow?
It's not. Both of them are still severed. Again, one is like the jagged, cracked one.
Right, one's broken, one's severed.
Yeah. And he eyes it for a moment. I appreciate the gift. And he kind of keeps on looking at it. It's different now. They've done something to it.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of things. I don't know what it is now. I haven't tried doing anything to it myself, but
I think he crushes it in his hand. I think he and you see spirits, these like light blue figures fly from it.
I knew it. Anyway.
And I won't make you roll. I think you recognize a few of them as the guards from the Coliseum. The ones that he killed on his rampage before he got to you guys.
Wonderful. Okay. Just, yeah. Oh, that was security guard Jim. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And he kind of looks and follows. They just like they like just expand out of there. You see face after face after face coming towards you. And the Minotaur follows them as they just like go and kind of fade into the ether. And he goes, better out there than in here. And lets it like clatter to the floor.
Yeah. The other thing, there's someone here who would like to see you, but I don't know if they are expecting you as you are.
I've told you.
I know. I just think it would mean a lot to them, and it would give them some closure.
Bring them to me. And he goes and walks back, and he sits like right on top of the grate where the pit is, and just sits there.
Just to clarify, it's been a long rest.
Yes,
right?
it has.
We've had one. Okay, I'm just gonna, just in case, just in case.
Yeah, no fair.
And I will go back and fetch Nini. Okay. He says he will see you. He calls himself the Minotaur now, or he has been called the Minotaur. I don't know if you should call him Decius. That may upset him. It's complicated.
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna be right there. I will be right there with you.
And she starts walking up to the doorway. She makes it all the way there, right to the opening. And the Minotaur looks over, and she says, she goes, I don't know what happened. And the Minotaur interrupts her and just goes, Nini. And you see him ever so slightly like shrink down just a little bit, like his actual like size just kind of pulls down a little.
Riley, no.
And he like stands up and kind of really looks at her. And she goes, I know I'm not supposed to call you this, but Decius, if there's any bit of you in there, and I think there is, I just want to remind you that I love you. You're loved. I don't think that you've heard that in a while. And he kind of makes his way over to her, shrinking down back, not like all the way back to like human size, but to the size that you saw him in that hallway underneath the Coliseum. And she goes, is that Clio? And he like takes a step back. And kind of moves his head a little bit, and there's something going on inside of him. And I'm going to do a roll right now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And
Roll of doom, roll of doom.
yeah,
Hey,
I wish I
Will.
could do a little box of Doom. Yeah,
Can you have advantage
I will. I will
for
give
the
my.
power of love?
Power of
Can
love.
you tell us, are we hoping for highs or are we hoping for lows?
We're hoping for highs.
Come on, highs.
Okay,
I'm
come
gonna
on,
roll
high.
the Gaius D6.
It's a
Cool,
12.
Don't know what that means. 12.
Okay.
That's okay.
That's all right.
It's a 15.
Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Good. Not the greatest, but good. And he like whirls back for a second, and then I don't, Nini, I don't think, and there's something like conflicted. Nini, I think you should leave. I am so happy to see you. I just don't want to hurt you. And I can't promise you that there's me and there's Clio and there's something else in here. I love you. I love you. And it grows again.
I'm gonna have sort of behind my back, just have a shocking grasp ready, just in case things go bad.
And you see like in something in that, like the dark brown eyes is like the Minotaur again. And he goes, leave me. And I just like, there's something so odd about the mechanic of which shifting in size up and down as it's trying to like regain what kind of its purpose is. And you hear one last thing in Decius's, and you can come back. I can talk to you later. I need to figure this out with him. I promise you can come back. Visit me. And finally the Minotaur like slams on the wall. And I think it goes to like shove Nini out of there.
Nope. I'm gonna grab Nini and pull her back.
Gotcha. It goes and grabs both of the doors from like the outside. And it's like closing it and goes, bring her back to me, Maximus. And closes it all the way.
I can do that.
Nini looks over at you. I was right. He was in there. You were right, too.
Thank you. I needed that.
Thank you, guys. I'll be seeing him again. I will.
You will.
All right. Anything else, Gaius?
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm
Kiss
good.
your partner.
Yeah.
Kiss your partner.
Kiss Felix.
Felix go, "Mwah, love
Kiss
you."
your fiance.
Yeah.
Elixonce?
Felix
Fiance.
That's pretty good.
Fiance.
Yeah. I think if you go all the way back to the ranch, I don't know what Felix is up to. No, I think you go back to your house, and Felix has like taken napkins from the Valerius household, and it's like, I think these would be really nice for the wedding.
I love them.
Is this to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Like these specific ones, or this style?
I think if we gave these to Emil, do you think that they would be able to like kind of make the same
Why would Emil be able to do that?
They weave. They're like a. Did you not know that?
I don't know these people that well.
Gaius, you've been hanging out with them for like 5
I thought
days.
Emil was a poet.
You can be two things.
You can?
And I think we're gonna cut away.
You can redo this.
That was very sweet. We're gonna cut over. We're gonna cut over to oh man. We're going to cut over to Quintus Imbrux.
No, we don't have to
I'm
do
sorry,
that. That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's okay. We don't
I
have to
just
do
wanna
that.
check.
Actually, I don't think.
When did Quintus join our fucking party? Huh?
Do you mean Quintilius? I know it's
Yeah.
really easy to get their names mixed
No,
up.
Oh,
Quintus
yeah.
Imbrux.
Didn't we
Put
put that
away
fucker in
from him.
jail?
Yes. We think the image that we first see is him sitting on like a concrete floor,
That's right.
behind
That's right.
iron bars.
How does he look?
He looks like he's sitting in the back, very like his arms between his legs, and kind of just staring.
Oh, not the cool pose. Get that out of there.
He looks like a tool when he does it, though.
And you hear a little knock on the bars, and two senators, the other two senators that were up there with him. I think they might have been third, but these are two of the ones that were there.
My mom.
No,
Okay.
Is it her dad?
My pa.
come to talk to him, and they say, "Looking good in there, Quintus." And he goes, "Fuck off." And the senator goes, "We're moving you over to house arrest."
Oh no.
And he just kind of looks up. "You got that through?" And the other one goes, "Yeah, it's not really hard for us, Quintus. What's the next step?" And Quintus goes, "Hell if I know."
You're making a what?
Hmm?
A hell if I know.
And he goes, "We don't have much. We can do something. We can always do something." And the other senator, the first one, says, "What about the boy? How's he doing?" And Quintus goes, "Let me check. Octavius," and the camera pans around to the cell opposite him.
I was like, are they combined? Have they joined psychic forces?
Also thought they were combined.
Octavius is like curled up on the floor. And he goes, "Yes." And he goes, "Who do you serve, Octavius?" And Octavius goes, "Albacius Maximus." And Quintus goes, "And why do you do it?" And Octavius goes, "For the good of Imperium." And Quintus looks back over to the other two senators and it says, "Well, that crazy old coot may have kicked the dust, but it looks like that, what do you call it, Gesh, lasts for another 29 days. So we've got that on our side." And the other one opens the door and swings the gates open. And Quintus stands up and they take the manacles. He like offers them the manacles, and one of them goes, "We still need to keep up appearances. At least wait till you're in the house." And they open the door for Octavius too, and that's where we cut.
Oh, and we did Octavius so dirty.
We were talking so
I
much
know,
shit
we
about
did.
him in
Holy
between.
shit.
Oh my god, I feel so bad now.
I feel so bad.
Will ya?
Damn.
Who knew Octavius would be the best ex?
Damn.
Emil.
Damn.
Hold on, I gotta write this down.
Okay.
Give me a second.
That is a very Emil thing of you to say. That was very in character.
Oh god. Also, who knew that Quintus wasn't like the fact that other people are rivaling him in toolery is insane to me. These three motherfuckers showed up and they were like, nothing's hard for us. And I was like, I hate them.
The amount of bloodlust I felt. How do you G-A?
I hate them.
G-E-A-S.
Marcus, if Marcus ever heard somebody say like, nothing's hard for me, I'd kill him.
The only thing
Marcus
worse
doesn't
than
wanna
a
kill
president
anybody.
is a vice president.
I needed the time to write 4 exclamation points next to Gesh, but I'm good now. I'm ready.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna put you in there.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. Where are you? At home? Just. I don't know if you've ever seen Emil's.
Yeah, we've been in Emil's apartment a couple
Cleo's
times.
been to Emil's door.
Yeah.
Got-
It's not anything fancy. It's real small. Kind of messy, papers strewn everywhere, real starving artist vibes.
Sure. Yeah. Yes. We have been in there before.
Yeah.
I think you walk in the door, and Cecilia's there, just kind of like straightening things up. And she turns around and goes, "Oh, hi, Emil," and keeps on like kind of cleaning things up. How's your day?
Quiet. Good.
Good. Very good.
I'll come up, wrap my arms around her, kiss her on the cheek, and say, "You don't have to do that."
Thank you. I don't really like doing it anyway. I wanted to talk to you about the prophecy.
Oh my god. Oh, immediately.
I think, and then
Distance.
Cecilia turns a corner, another Cecilia from around the room, and goes, "Emil, is that?" And there's 2 Cecilias in the room right now.
Dude, you just kissed your Sorcerous Origin. That's so embarrassing for you, dog.
Gosh. Dude, do you have to break up now?
I think this real Cecilia was like carrying maybe a pitcher of wine just for like the day, and just fully drops it in it.
That's fair.
Emil, who's this?
That's my dad.
This is the shadow. Is that what we call you? Listen, this isn't going to work. You have to do something else.
What would you like? You said a friend last time.
Yeah.
Are you 2 still friends? Am I not a friend anymore?
We don't have to get into all that. Fine. I mean, maybe can you just be like kind of like a shadowy person? Like the owl doesn't have to not be an owl.
Yeah. The form like peels away and dissipates, and you get this like fiery, shadowy amalgam. Or even it's like it's shadowy and it's like fading at the edges. Very Full Metal Alchemist, like the thing.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
And you just get this like humanoid figure in front of you. Are you more comfortable with this?
Strangely, yeah. I look at Cecilia. How's she doing?
Oh,
The
yes.
real Cecilia.
So this is your owl?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can wrap my head around that.
Uh-huh.
And I think the shade is what we're going with.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Turns to you and says, I'm very proud of you, Emil.
Thank you.
You defied my prophecy. I
What?
didn't think that was possible, but you did.
No, we did everything that you said was supposed to happen. We went into the whole thing to prevent.
That's true.
Oh.
Just not in the order that I expected. The one great death did not happen on the 5th day, and neither did many smaller ones. And so I don't really know where things go from here.
I'm confused. So did it not mean anything? There could have been another way that we did this.
You did the other way. I thought there was only 2 options. You've shown me that there's more.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is a good thing, Emil.
It is. It is?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Isn't it, Cecilia? And Cecilia goes, yes, I suppose so. Shade. And they go, what are you gonna do now, Emil? That was a poor question. I have something for you. A present.
Okay. So the last time someone said this to me, I did get stabbed and die. That's not going to happen here, right?
No, not in such. No.
Not in any terms. Not in such. Not in any terms.
No, not in any terms. You will not die.
Okay.
Would you like to come with me? Would you like Cecilia to come too? You have to come with me to get the present.
I look at Cecilia. I'm freaked the fuck out by this. I'm not gonna make you come if you don't want to come.
Maybe it'd be good for us to get away.
Okay.
She like
Take a little couple
she
strip out
leans
of
in.
it.
I don't know, Emil. I'm just. This thing seems very powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to be in another bubble.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go get. We're gonna be able to come back, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Great. Just follow me. And she walks like directly into the corner of the room and just phases through.
Okay, I follow her. Her? She, her?
She, her. I also
Cool.
use they, them. I guess they use both.
Cool. Me and the she.
The 2 of you walk into the corner and move into like this fog as soon as you would like would be about to hit the wall.
Oh, I was so expecting to hit just.
The fog like overcomes you, and for a second you're kind of lost until you pass through it again. And you're kind of an Imperious. It's like if you came to Imperius before it had fully loaded. It's like everything's very smooth. There's not a lot of detail or textures on everything, and everything's made of that same, like the thing that the shade is made of, that like smoky, fiery shadow. If you look like too closely at any one thing, you see that like at the seams. And the shade is kind of standing there right in the center. You're right outside of the Coliseum. And it says, "How do you like it?"
You made this?
Yeah, I said I was going to make a world of my own.
I mean, it's breathtaking.
It makes me so happy that you think so. I'm working on things that aren't things. Not concepts either. Like you.
Okay.
Living things. Life.
Okay.
I'm working on that. So I've tried this, and it goes like, how I don't know how to do it. And it like just like lets out, it opens its mouth like wide, and this high-pitched whistle comes out.
Elder Torre, very cool.
You see like the flames and fog like ripple with it. And from one of the alleyways, this shadowy, weird dog comes out. It's for you. I think it's the only thing that I can make that could actually work out there in your plane. But yeah, I think it's a dog. Yeah.
My God, I've always wanted a dog. How big is it? Is it like a?
It's like a fully amorphous like shadow figure.
Oh, it's not even a dog. Oh, okay.
He showed you a fucking Jackson Pollock and went, "It's a dog."
It's got like 4 legs. It's got like the outline of a dog.
I'll kind of like kneel down and like put my hand out.
The mask like moves towards you and like puts like where the muzzle would be over your hand, and you can feel the sensation of licking. There's no tongue.
That's so weird. Oh my God, Cecilia, come here.
It's cute. It's cute. She like pets it and she goes, "Oh, it's soft."
Right?
It's really soft. You can change it if you want, Emil, the shade says. If you want it to look different or sound different or feel different, you can make that if you like.
I guess I'll focus and make it. I don't want to change anything about like it. I just want to make it look more like a regular dog. So if I bring it with me, people aren't going to be like, ah!
Sure. Any kind of breed of dog, or?
Ooh.
And is it like still going to be like amorphous, still kind of like
a little spooky? I think it should stay a little spooky. Yeah, you know, like the folk tale, like the Grimm dogs.
Yes.
It's gonna look like that.
Very cool. So you kind of focus your attention, and like you can feel this instinctual power within you to kind of like shape the shadows of this thing. And it doesn't come like to like a perfect kind of a form. It's still, you know, very shady and spooky. but it's definitely like a dog. If you're walking around at night and you saw it, you'd be like, that's probably a dog.
It's probably a dog.
Which in
Been there
Imperius,
before.
that's-
Been there
sister.
before.
It's usually not a dog.
Mhm. And you can hear it like panting.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I get to keep it.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, thank you again for, sort of saving my life, and also for the dog, and also for the powers.
Of course. Yeah. I'm sorry I couldn't do a better job. Life and the creation of it really isn't my forte. This thing isn't really living. It's just kind of looks like it.
Got more comfortable with the idea of that kind of just happening. But I mean, I don't know if it was luck or if you did it on purpose, but managed to stick me somewhere where I met people who could cover my blind spots.
Good. I'm glad. You can stay here if you like, or you can go back. If you want to stay and offer me some tips, I'd appreciate it.
Maybe for just a little bit. I'll kind of look at Cecilia, like, does she need to get back?
Cecilia's like fully with the dog, fully just
Oh,
like
okay.
up under its chin, just
Yeah.
like yeah, just has not been paying attention to when.
What's its name?
For a little bit. Oh yeah, I've never had a dog before. I need to name it. I think him, her, them. I ask the shade.
Looks at it, looks kind of around it. Him.
Him. I will call him Nyx.
Very nice. All right. The shade starts like walking off.
I can't whistle. Emil can whistle. Emil whistles for Nyx to come follow and kind of like takes Cecilia by the hand.
And as the fog, like as you guys move through the fog, you can see it's not quite right. It's like the city's like coming into existence as you guys are moving through it. And the shade just kind of starts like explaining different things to you. And then it is like some very nice people on the material plane live in this house. I thought that would be kind of comfortable for them or the people I will make instead of them. And keeps like gives you this little tour of the area. Yeah. Anything else, Emil?
I guess I mean I want to is there a way that I can get back to you if you need me or if I need you or kind of
will be.
There will be.
Yeah. Kind of looks around for a second. That way. That's the future, right?
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
You've shaken my faith in that a little bit. But yeah, you'll be able to come back to me. And I'll reach out whenever I need you.
Okay. Thank you again.
Mm-hmm. And you see like this shadowy outline, you see the cheeks like bulge up into a smile. And says, "You're welcome, Emil." Yeah. And I think we're gonna move on. Does that work?
Yeah, that's great.
Great.
Oh my god. Showed up.
We're gonna do another little interstitial scene real fast. I think we see two young girls are like running through the forest. This is in like the outskirts of Imperium. And they're like jumping over logs, and they're like laughing with each other. And the camera finally like catches up with them. And you hear, and I blast you with my lightning bolt. And the other one goes, nah, you can't see me because I'm using my shadow magic. So there, you can't hit me. And it turns back around to this like younger boy who's like, guys, I don't think we should be this far out here. And he like scrambles over the log and like falls over a little bit. And says, Mom says we shouldn't come this far out into the woods. And the older girl turns back and goes, come on, Demas. You're supposed to be the brave one. You're the dragon sorcerer. Come on.
So cute.
And he goes, I don't know, everybody. And like the middle child, the middle girl, is like still kind of running through the forest until she like hits something and face plants, like hits the ground hard. And she goes, ow, ow. And both the other kids like scramble over to try to get her. And they turn around and she like turns around, she's like, I'm okay. And all kids are like in a little triangle over the body of a Telnari soldier. It is long dead at this point, this body. It's covered in moss and is being like kind of like taken over by the earth. The youngest one goes, what is it? And the older one like kind of pulls him closer to her and goes, I think it's one of the soldiers that Dad goes to fight. And they kind of more closely examine it, and the middle girl like goes to like sees the glint of its sword and goes to like pull it out, and fully unsheaths this like long, still surprisingly like bright sword. And she goes, we could have a lot of fun with this. And the older one goes, the sorcerers don't use swords, they don't use weapons. And the younger girl goes, Mom says the sorcerers aren't even real. She says it's what like city folk tell us, and make up stories to make the city sound so much cooler. We're fine out here in the country. And the older one goes, well, I believe it's real. I believe magic is real. Don't you? And the younger boy goes, yeah. And from overhead, we see this circle of mushrooms, light. And this green circle raise up in the air. And all the kids look around them and go, the youngest one goes, what's going on? And they're all gone. Marcus.
Zooey mama, guys. We gotta... Thank God Sydney takes notes, because I'm sitting here like, oh, fuck. Okay, we got purple worm. Kids are missing. I I think Marcus does leave on that second day, but I think Marcus sits on the porch for like 3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
Just as like kind of sitting. And I think like eventually, like when it gets to like late afternoon, like we'll kind of just like stand up and like kind of, I don't know who's left by this point. I know a few people probably, Marcus might be the last.
I think so. I'd probably say so. It depends
Yeah.
on like Emil, but
Yeah, I think Marcus kind of just like gets in and like will go to find Avalon and just like wherever she is, like knock on like a doorway.
Oh, hello, Marcus.
Hi.
Fancy the porch?
Lovely porch. It's a little gauche for my taste, but
Understandable.
I don't really think it needs engravings on it.
Alright. Well, I didn't build the house. You should take it up with the.
Okay, well, I might.
You
so
might. That's good. Let me know what they say.
I will.
Okay, good.
I'm leaving. I'm gonna head out.
Alright.
Have you cut your hair at this point?
Yeah. It's probably also a different color now. She probably cuts it and then does a different color and then it fades and then she does it again.
It seems like you're figuring out the answer to a question I asked you.
Perhaps. I'm working on it.
Good.
Well, if you'd like to sit on my porch again, it is. If you do.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course. You going back to your workshop?
It's the only place to go.
Did we do something with?
No, I was actually going to.
No, I'm sure you have your other duties to attend to. I know you're very much a very busy man working.
I'll figure it out if.
I mean, perhaps to atone for the acceleration of our plot, I could somehow be of assistance. Not sure how. It's not like I have powers of corrosion or anything.
That haircut makes you look a lot younger.
Oh, hopefully not the same age that I last had it at, which was 7, so.
Take a break, Avalon.
Only if you do.
Goodbye.
Right.
Marcus take a break?
Well, I think Marcus walks back to the city. I think there's probably like, the evening by the time he gets there. He opens up the garage door. I don't know how they manage it, but the door opens like this.
Yeah, no.
And I think like the first thing that he sees is the like mound, the like lump in the corner. And I think Marcus is tired, but I don't know, there's this weird, and I know I am playing him, but I don't even know if he fully understands. There's like, I don't know, between the Clio drawing and like looking at Avalon, who is 21, and everybody else has like a family and like loved ones to go back. I think there's this weird like, I don't think he's right, but I think there's this weird, especially after the conversation that you have with the astral plane about this weird like fine, like if you're not gonna do it, then like I will. um I think he has this weird like feeling of not responsibility, but like he'll be the one to do it. It doesn't have to be the others. So how nice are you going to be to me, Will, and how empty are these streets?
I'll be very nice to you.
Thank you. I think that there are lots of different artists in the guild. I think that there are weavers, painters, I think there are ceramics and pot makers, and I think that there's a big old kiln in the Artisans Guild. And I think that Marcus puts the like sketchbook away and like taps it once and is like, behave yourself. He doesn't open it, he just says it. And I think that like peels back the like tarp or whatever, the cloth, and it's this fucking like plaster thing. I think Marcus like hoists it up, and I don't think I'm that far from like the big ol' Artisans Guild. I have like my own place. I don't like other people, but I think like Marcus like takes it and is like just alone in the Artisans Guild. There's nobody in there. Fucking like takes the body and like puts it in the kiln. And I think it's this weird, like, Marcus didn't kill anybody, but like, oh god, this is a person, a fucking horrible person, but a person nonetheless. I think Marcus shuts the door and gets rid of the body. And I think that he like leaves, I think like starts to go back to the workshop and just like doesn't, and just starts wandering around at night like in the city. I think is just like walking and like doesn't know where he's going and getting faster and faster and faster until I think that there's like this little plaza, this like little fountain that has a statue in the middle of it that is like this woman, looks like very like just a regular like woman. She looks like probably somebody who would like live and be like working like out in the like agriculture and stuff like that. Like she looks like she's on the countryside, and like it's his, like it's this woman who is like very much Aquarius, like the water bearer. I think he just like doesn't even realize that he goes there until he is like sitting at the foot of it. And I it's hard because I think Marcus is so terribly alone in this moment. And I think Marcus is better than he was 5 days ago. But there's nobody else here, and I think he's just sitting at like the bottom of the statue. I think he's kind of like bouncing his knee or whatever, and then like a spark happens, like just a like prestidigitation spark like happens as he like bouncing his knee or whatever. And like I think he's kind of like taken aback, like keeps doing it and keeps like sparking a little bit. And I think like all of these like orange sparks just start like flying up and like around the fountain, and it's like reflecting it against the like water, and it's this beautiful like tungsten incandescent orange. And I think that this is like I don't think that any of us have really had this moment, and I don't want to speak for anybody else, so I'll just say like Marcus hasn't had a moment to be like, wow, I have magic, I can do this. Like, he hasn't been able to just do it for what it is. It's always been to like get something or to stop something. And I think that like he just has this one moment of like just doing it and just like letting it happen. And I think that's probably like the first. Now I think I'm gonna fuck it. I think this bitch sleeps at the fountain. I think he falls asleep at the foot of this statue. And then I think we get down to business. I think over the like next few days, like Marcus comes back in the morning to a few weird stares from the people that were looking at him on the fountain. But like comes back, opens up the thing, is like, that stupid body is out of my warehouse, like let's go, and like sees that big old block of marble with right now just the like half face. And like the next 3 or 4 days are just like non-stop. Like he is like sketching, he's carving. Yes.
I just want to mention, when you come back and open up your workshop, the sketchbook's already open to the page of the tiefling. That's all.
You're eager, aren't you? And I think also I think Marcus closes it.
Yeah.
I think Marcus does he closes the sketchbook. I think that he is maintaining a power balance in this relationship. He's taking creative liberties. He's like carving and like and it's slowly like piece by piece like getting more. So it's like these there's like the start of a horn, but he doesn't do the horns yet. It's like, you know, just like this facial, there's like long like ears, ends up it's going, it's like a tail that's like long and like spinning and has like a little just like little point at the end, and he's just like working and working. And I think we see like another night of him like back at the Artisans Guild. I think there's like more people and he's like putting something back in the kiln, and like melting it. And then we go back and we see him and he's like carving and shit and I think like, oh, also I think at one point he drops off a piece of paper to Trevor. And it is a drawing of Trevor. Nothing is showing, let me be clear, but it's like wrapped in like just the like cloth and like the laurels and stuff. And I think he literally just goes, "Don't come to my workshop," and like hands it to him.
Thanks, Marcus. What a sweet guy.
Stop it. Don't you compliment Marcus, you know what it'll do to me. But I think like, you know, smelts the thing, and I think it's like the last night, it's like 5 nights later or whatever, 5 nights at Marcus's. I think that like he is finishing up with the horns, which are that black obsidian stone from Albatius's rod, like obelisk. And instead of making it out of marble, he has like made it out of that stone, and it like kind of like swirls back. And I think he's painted it as well, because they used to like paint the statues. I think it's this like kind of like dark like pink, like a reddish pink, but like more pink than there's like some pastel things. And I also think that like the black is like on like the fingertips a little bit, and like the tail and like the toes. I think that finally after like a week or whatever, he's covered in paint. He's covered in like bruises and scratches from like you know, like just doing hard work, and like he's all in powder and stuff. And I think he takes a step back and looks at this like feminine looking figure of the tiefling, and she's got like a toga on, and like finally like steps back and like looks at what he just made. And like Marcus works hard. I don't think Marcus is like binge statued like that in like a while. And I think that he finally, I think the sketchbook has been closed this entire time. I think he finally like opens it back up. And it doesn't, like, the horns look different, the tails look different from in the sketchbook, but he'll like hold it up to the statue.
The statue is in its very fine pose.
Contrapposto.
Gotcha. You hold up the sketchbook and you make eye contact with the statue. And she breathes. And that's where we'll end that scene.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations on your daughter.
Thank you. Thank you.
And a meal on your dog.
It's a girl.
Very final set of scenes. Last little interstitial. We see a man walking. This is on that 7th day. This is the tiefling has been finished. The rats have come to for diplomacy.
The tiefling has been finished. The rats have come.
The rats have come.
Floored me.
And a man just walking down the street. He's carrying a few things like in his arms. I think a bunch of like fishing gear. And he's got it all like wrapped over him. And it's going away from that river that you guys kind of fought near. And he goes and he just catches his foot on the rock and he falls forward. And all of his stuff scatters onto the ground.
No.
Except he slows right before he's about to hit the ground. And time around him slows. And he feather falls to the ground. And then we cut to someone just like doing their makeup in their mirror. Just kind of like covering up some blemishes, things that they're not quite happy about themselves with. And you can see like as they're moving around, their cheekbones like shift and become higher. And their hair gets like a tint more red, just like a little bit more color to it. And the wrinkles in their skin kind of go back and they're getting like younger, just a little bit. And we cut again to like these two parents that are just like worn out and this kid that's just like screaming. And they're like, no, you have to go to bed. And the kid's like, I don't want to go to bed. I don't. And the mom's finally like, Xavier, you go to bed right now. And the kid's eyes get kind of glassy. And he stops screaming and goes and walks to his room. And we go to two more like teenagers, a couple houses over. And one of them's like, they've got like, they're kind of sitting in their living room. There's a loaf of bread on the kitchen counter and in the dining room. And one of them's like, come on. And the other one's like, why don't you just go up and get it? And he's like, I don't know. If you don't try, it's never going to happen. And he goes, come on. And the bread catapults over to the other side of the room at like a speed that you would think is like impossible for bread to move. And the other guy goes, holy shit.
What
then
does
we
the
cut
air
over.
in that room smell like?
Hmm?
What does
Bread.
the air in that room smell like? Are
Doritos.
they're definitely.
Devil's lettuce.
hmm and we cut over to someone like just like someone who doesn't really have a place to sleep for the night. And he's like huddled down also kind of by the river, and he set up this like little campfire for himself, and he's trying to get it started, and he's like, come on, and he like closing it, and nothing's happening, and then he's like, just come on, and he just like shakes his hand at it, and fire erupts from his hands, and he closes them really fast, and again opens, and these two just pillars of flame erupt from his hand straight up in the air. And we cut again finally to another guy, and he is just curled up on the ground being wailed on by these three other people, just kicked, beaten, everything, until one of them, who has like some sort of like club basically, goes to bring it down on top of him, and it meets force, and the other one kicks, and again this field around him, and he like takes the opportunity to scatter away for a second, and looks at the other three, and the other three just don't know what to do, and he extends his hand, and these three beads of force, two of them immediately drop to the ground, and the other one sees this happen and scatters. And we see scenes like this all over Imperia specifically. And everywhere that they're happening, a small black crystal grows out of the ground.
Oh, fuck.
And that's where we'll end our season.
Oh my god.
You're joking.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Sorry to end the season on a fuck.